Hi, this is just a simple video to help you how to use this rental spreadsheet and give you a few little tips with it. So I'll share my screen now. Generally, when you open the spreadsheet, it's going to open up on this sheet on P1 1 year. And it's got an example at the moment of a 2-bedroom unit. So the key things I look for, I generally would, if you're just looking at buying a rental property and you're running to run through the numbers, this is the starting point. I would start on P1 1 year. And you start by entering in the amount. What are you going to purchase the property for? This example is 333. What's the extra costs? Some legal costs, maybe former company, maybe valuation, maybe something else. You might get some sort of bank contribution. To start with, I always work on 100%. You can watch a video on why that is. Next thing I look at is, realistic number of weeks. Make sure you're realistic with this. Don't just put 52. Have a real think about location, the standard of the property. Then your rent. I normally go the median of a rental appraisal. So that then works out the rent for you and works out the gross yield. Then you go through all the expenses. Again, think carefully about the repairs and make sure you're realistic with those for the properties. At the moment, I'm sitting at 2.79%. And this is just 1 year. So then we've got some more information where you can put the other stats in. So what that does then, once you've entered that in, gives you a basic profit. From there, then what I look at is my data to enter, which is on the left sheet. And basically that has all my guesses. So what's going to happen with capital gain? Rent maybe going up 3% a year, inflation 3% a year. Loans I've split in two and slowly going up to 5%. You can rearrange all that to what you think they are. And then on the graph, it'll show you what's going to happen or how your figures come out over the next 10 years and what's going to happen with that. So then from your P1 1 year, down the bottom, you can go to P1 10 year. It then basically works out what they're going to be in 10 years time. So the value, what's going to happen year after year, the rent slowly go up year after year, all your expenses, what's going to happen and what's going to happen to the cash flow. So in this case, this has gone from 1,800 positive to about 1,700 negative. One of the big figures I look at is the very bottom. So this is saying that it's going to make you $223 over the whole 10 years. That's interest only, no money in. And you're hopefully going to get 253,000 of capital gain. So ever so slightly positive. And what you can do if you want to is you could put in, you're making a surplus, you could put it in that you're slowly going to put money in and pay the debt down. Basically that's what I work on. If you've got a different example, I would then use the P2 or P3, and again there's the 10 years. A couple of interesting ones, whatever you enter in P2, it replicates in P4. So say you wanted to look at how the numbers on this property worked, and new build in Fairview Downs, Hamilton, you could run through what the numbers would work, and then you went, right, I've actually got 200,000 to put in, what will happen? So then it works through the numbers for that. So it's really good if you're going to change one figure or change one thing, you can see what will happen with it. And again, you can see the 10 year, you could look at P4 10 year and see what's going to happen with that. The last one is P5A. If you're buying a property, that's the property, and then you're going to add, say, a minor dwelling or duplex or a house on the back, then 5B is that, and 5C is the two added together. So it gives you what they would be worth, and again, you can use the 10-year ones. So hopefully you have fun with that. Look for when it was last updated, which in this case, if you want to have a chat with me, just get some better information, you want to get ahead, I don't know, improve your overall investments, can you get a mortgage, can your mortgage be structured, accounting, tax, can you have a better structure and things, great starting point is a free chat with me for 5 or 10 minutes, and there's a link here so you can organise that free chat. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and hopefully have fun with my spreadsheet. Thanks a lot.